HIV does not define me. It does not make me who I am. It's a little itty bitty piece that eventually we will get rid of. But today I have her in her box. She's undetectable. She can't hurt anybody. She can't hurt me. And I got her under control. So today it's all about Miranda and the beautiful things I contribute to this world.
Welcome to Living Ge Ready on LATV. I am Natalie Sanchez, pronouns she, her, and hers, and director of Los Angeles Family AIDS Network and creator of the Sin Vergüenza telenovela web series on HIV in the Latino community. On this episode, we're going to talk about HIV in our culture. Joining me are
Miranda Ramirez, pronouns are she, her, hers, and ella.
Hi everybody, I'm Melody Torres. My pronouns are she, her, and goddess.
I want to start talking about your experience growing up in the Latino community. Can you share what your journey was like and how it has impacted your journey with HIV?
So growing up in a Latino household, primarily it was a very toxic masculinity type of vibe in my house. Everybody played sports, all the boys, like I did. When I shared my HIV status with my parents, I was in jail here in LA. It was very early in my teenage years. I called them collect and they did accept. They wanted nothing to do with me at the time, so it just fed into my worthlessness. I didn't feel worthy of love, so I just went on a tangent of drugs and sex work, and I just didn't look back after that. But it was very hard for my Latino household to understand and wrap their heads around what is HIV. It was like, can we get it from the toilet seat? Can we get it just from sharing glasses? It was a lot of ignorance, and I'm sure that Miranda understands the same because we share the same stories.
So.
Yeah. We go way back as well.
Yeah. I pretty much had the similar scenario. Growing up a Latina, a young boy in the San Gabriel Valley. I mean, honestly, I'm like, I don't know why they're so surprised this happened. I mean, come on, it was coming. I love wearing, my mom's dresses. I was so obsessed with watching her do her maquillaje. She was like this OG chola. I was like, okay, girl. Coming out to her wasn't the best experience. She was a single mother trying to raise kids on her own. So, and hearts out to the Latina mothers that are doing it out on their own. So for her, having to choose okay, I'm getting supported by a guy, and my son here is telling me this news, you're gay and you like to wear drug girls' clothes. And the guy's saying, no, I'm not gonna support that. She has to think about her kids. So today I honestly forgive my mom and love her so much, and I commend her for her strength as a Latina woman, because it's not easy. But I'm like, come on, girl, this was coming.
So it sounds like there was a little bit of a turn in the story as far as her acceptance.
I honestly don't like focusing everything on the sadness of what happened in my life. It was a lot to deal with, and the hurt was just everywhere. Hurt was just the fundamentals of that life experience that today I don't like to talk about it as much, but for today I will tap into it, not having my mother and my support, and having somebody to teach me what is gay, what is trans, how to use a condom, how not to use a condom, what is HIV.
Yeah, so that leads us to our next topic, right? Dealing with rejection and finding support in friends and a chosen family. Can you share what that experience has been in finding friends and family and support?
Yeah, chosen family is very important, and especially for people who are trans, living their trans experience lives. Sometimes we are not supported by our own family, so we seek it out. We seek out the support, and sometimes we seek out the validation and affirming love from the wrong people, like drug addicts, men, sex work. So being rejected by your family and being trans can be very hard on a young person transitioning in today's world. 20 years ago, it's still pretty hard because Latinos especially my family, I can only speak for me, my family are baby boomers, and baby boomers used to just try to disimula, they say blend in. And when you get a child like me that doesn't want to blend in, I was born to stand out. So it was like, what are we gonna do with her? What are we gonna do? So they just banded me away. So rejection was a huge part of my journey.
Well, I've always had family, and I like to really put it out there that when one person transitions, everybody else has to transition with you. And I'm not saying that it's right that my family rejected me at that time. I do understand, as a Latina mother, what may have been going through her mind. But when I was in that situation, in that point in my life, I found family through my sex workers, through the girls on Santa Monica Boulevard that took me in and became a mother, that taught me how to survive. Unfortunately, it was to do sex work as a 14-year-old child on the block. As things got better and as I transitioned and grew older, I have sisters like Melody and Queen Victoria and other amazing women in the community. They just inspire me every day to just keep going, because, you know, we have the opportunity to make our family despite all odds. And today, my family keeps on growing. I have a husband. Eventually, someday, I would like to adopt a gay child or a little trans child and help them transition and be their mother. But yeah, we have that wonderful opportunity to create something, and no one else can take it from us.
Yeah, and I found that very interesting. Earlier, you guys were sharing about creating the sisterhood and creating the space for trans women.
I also lead, educate and empower trans community and non-binary folks to really dig into themselves and love themselves and really care about their sexual health, care about their bare minimums, which is basically a job, a place to live, a little bit of money in your pocket. I want my community to know right now, you're worth more than that. You could take trips, you could go to yoga classes, you could do so much in your life. This world is basically here for us to explore.
Thank you for creating those spaces. So you touched a little bit on, you know, creating safe spaces. Can we also talk about finding happiness and living healthy? And how do you do that?
I'm taking my medication every day, honey. I mean, accepting the truth, accepting what we're doing today and what cards have been handed to us. Today I play a game. I play a game with life. And today I own those cards. I'm the one handing out those cards. You're not gonna tell me what hand to play. Today, I choose to take my medication. I take it every day. It does not weigh 1,000 pounds anymore. So just creating that every day and living life excited. I'm excited every day to wake up and be like, okay, shit, I have to go to work, but you know, I mean, a girl gotta make her money. But I'm excited because I know tomorrow is never promised. And I was at a point in my life where I took that for granted. Today I don't, so I will take my medication. I will maintain my undetectable viral load because I love me so much. I want to love someone else by staying undetectable and being 100% transparent about my status today.
Such a powerful message. How about you?
I try to be happy as best I can. I'm a human being. It's definitely ups and downs in life, as we all could agree to that. I find it for myself to share quality time with my friends, my family. I definitely love to go hiking, play tennis, doing like outdoor stuff.
Earlier you were sharing your experience also with, you know, hair and the hair business and makeup. So
yeah, I love what I do. I am a hairstylist. I love to like change the world one head at a time, I like to say. It's always becoming an educational time when I get to have somebody in my chair or someone in my life. I get to teach them how to respect me as a trans person and then let them in further and tell them my HIV status, just to make it more familiar in the world today.
And another thing that helps me find happiness is my two dogs, my kids, you know, my munchies and my moose. Like, those are having pets for me as an HIV positive woman, trans woman, they don't discriminate. They don't know that. They don't care. They just love me.
Unconditionally.
And those suckers just give me so much love when I get home. That's how I give myself a lot of love.
Yeah. In my work at UCLA, I get to work with families, mothers and children who are living with HIV, and our main focus is on preventing mother-to-child transmission. So we work with a lot of times diagnosing cisgender women during pregnancy, and then working with them and their families to make sure that the baby is born healthy. And so educating them, we talked a lot about education, so educating the families as well on what is HIV and, trying to remove the barriers related to the stigma and the misinformation around HIV. Our next question is, how would you compare your life now to when you were first diagnosed? We talked about, that was quite a journey.
Yeah, now it's so beautiful. Now that I'm even educated about my HIV status and how to take care of myself and love myself properly, before when I found out when I was younger, I definitely was surviving sex work, surviving just the streets. It's not like that today. Today is a thriving world that I'm living personally. I'm thriving in life, thriving in my career, thriving with my friends and my relationships. So we're no longer surviving, I'm thriving now.
It's not a sad story, hon. It's not. I can honestly say with 100% truth, my life is as normal as the next person. And this is just from me as a nice statement. I get up in the morning, get ready for work. I have a loving husband that loves me, supports me, accepts me, and respects me. I go to work. I work with a great foundation, with amazing people that see me, respect me, and hear me. And I get paid for the hard work I do. I have the relationship of my loving mother and brothers and sisters that love me, respect me, see me, and give me my place as the woman that I am. And my life is just ever growing and ever blossoming. It's amazing because HIV does not define me. It does not make me who I am. It's a little itty bitty piece that eventually we will get rid of. But today I have her in her box. She's undetectable. She can't hurt anybody. She can't hurt me. And I got her under control. So today it's all about Miranda and the beautiful things I contribute to this world.
Thank you. Well, you have both shared some powerful stories and messages. So I want to thank you so much, Melody and Miranda, for sharing your stories with us. This is Living E-Ready.